Hello, it's Ellen again. Today we're going to film my TBR for the trick-or-treat-a-thon. It's a monthly readathon that I'm joining this month. I will link all the info and the links of the people who host it in the description below, so you can check all it out. I'm just going to set my TBR for the team that I'm joining. So basically you got 4 teams. I'm joining team witch or wizards. Every team got a trick or a treat. So the trick for the witch and the wizards are read a book that's 500 plus pages, and the treat is transform any prompt in a book of choice. So you got 8 prompts that needs to be fulfilled. First prompt is costume party. For that we need to read the group book, and the group book is Caroline from Neil Gaiman. I'm going to listen to the audiobook because 8 books in a month is too much for me to physically read, so I'm going to do it with the audiobook. Then we have Monster Mash. It's a book that has your team mascot in it. For that I'm going to read Spark from Alice Broadway. This is the sequel to Ink, the Ink series. There's a witch in the story, and it's a long time that I read the first book, but if I can remember well, it's the witch without tattoos. If you haven't got any tattoos on your skin, then there's something wrong and you're one of the blanks, and it's a whole story about it. It's a long time ago, so I hope I will remember because I don't want to reread the first book. So we'll see if I can follow with the second book immediately. Then we have Fall Foliage. It's a book with fall colors on the cover. For that I chose A Court of Wings and Ruin because we have the green on the cover. It looks like blue, but it's green. It looks like blue on the camera, but it's really green, and her hair is brown, so green brown. I was already reading A Court of Thorns and Roses. I read it in September, so I want to continue the series. I know this is the 3rd one in the series, but the 2nd one is coming right away. Then we have Spooky Hayride. For that we need to, I'm cheating in my reading log because I wrote it all down so I can see clearly what I'm going to read. So for the Spooky Hayride, we have to read a book that involves a quest or a trip. For that one I picked Eleanor Park. I don't know if you can see it well. Yeah, that's better. And I picked this one again, an audiobook. I chose Eleanor Park because I think there's like a trip or a quest inside. I don't know much about the summary, but I wanted to pick an easy read in between. Following the synopsis, they fall in love, but they know that first love mostly doesn't stand, but they're desperately to try, so I picked that as a quest. The following prompt is Corn Maze. There we need to read a book where someone get lost or find themselves. For that one I picked A Court of Mist and Fury. It's a sequel to A Court of Thorns and Roses. I picked this book because Fire needs to find herself again after she comes back from under the mountain. She isn't herself anymore. She thinks she's broken. She isn't the same girl as she was before when she was a human, so that's why I picked this book for that prompt. Then we have Spider Webs, a book that gives you the heebie-jeebies. I had to look that up, and it's something that scares you. I don't have much books that scare me. I don't read thrillers because I don't like them so much, so I chose instead Scar, because this is the 3rd book in the series, in the Ink series. Like I said before, it's a story about people who get tattoos, so when they accomplish something in their lives. I'm really intrigued by getting tattoos and by the story, so that's why I chose this one for the heebie-jeebies prompt. I'm understanding the heebie-jeebies as intriguing. I'm just filling it in at my own ideas. So that's that. Then we have Black Cats. We have to read a book with an animal on the cover. I'm going to read The Wizards of Wands from Cressida Cowell. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but it has a crow on the cover, so that's why I'm going to read it. Last but not least, we have the prompt Scary Movie. For that prompt, we need to read a book and watch the movie adaptation. As you know from the beginning of my video, we have a treat, the Witches and Wizards, so we can transform any prompt in a book of choice, and I'm going to do it with this one because I don't have any books on my shelves right there that has a movie or a series adaptation, so I'm going to wipe that prompt away and read this book instead. A Court of Frost and Starlight is the last part from the ACOTAR series, and I really wanted to finish this series this month, so that's why I'm going to read this one for that prompt. So that were all my books for the prompts for the trick-or-treat-a-thon. Thank you very much. Bye. See you next time.